Welcome back to the second hour of Iowa Live here. It's about 8:40 this morning, and we always love to introduce you to some interesting people that are in our community. And one of those we have here this morning, it's Dr. David Crozy, and he's the founder of the Inspired Book and Brew Crew. And I don't know how many of you are familiar. There's a meetup, meetup.com. It's great because anybody who has any sort of interest or whatever, you can go to a meetup, and there's lots of different activities and groups in the area, and that's kind of how I stumbled upon you and what you do with your book club, I guess if we want to call it that. And first off, let's just talk about just introduction to you and kind of how this got started.
Right. Well, again, my name is David Crozy. I'm a chiropractor. I have Compass Chiropractic over in the southeast corner of Clive. And basically, I'm super involved in cycling. I race for the Sakari race team.
Sure. And
have a great group of friends there. But this winter, I decided I really would like to get out and meet some new people and just expand my network. And I was looking around. It's like I wasn't interested in getting involved in like chamber or Rotary. It just didn't sound right now. And so I was thinking about who I really connect with, and I thought I really enjoy connecting with athletes, business owners, certainly anybody that has a business or has a side hustle they're getting started. I always want to know exactly what they're doing, give them advice if I can. There's a group of people that are called fire seekers.
Fire seekers.
Yep.
Okay.
Have you heard of this?
No.
This is financial independence, retire early. So people that are just
I like the sound of that. Okay.
They're doing everything right to build wealth and minimize their lifestyle. So they're super goal-oriented people. And then also just people that enjoy learning and growing. And so I really thought, if I make my book club focused on books that inspire and teach, I can bring in people that are just goal-oriented people and really create a dynamic group. And once I thought of doing that, I ultimately came up with this idea to also make it kind of a masterminded accountability group. So it's been amazing. I mean, the meetings every month have been kind of the highlight of my month, so I've loved it.
And your meetings are at unique locations as well?
Correct, yeah. The original idea was to rotate around to all the breweries. And just go to a different one every time. But we have found that it's really good to have a private room so that I can actually hear people talk. And so that's kind of limited our options a little bit. But yeah, we still try to rotate around Gusto, Louis Wine Dive, down at Court Avenue Brewing Company. So it's been fun.
But some social areas, I should say, where
Definitely.
you can sit down and relax and really communicate and get your message across.
Definitely.
Okay. And you said it's a book club. So what is the goal here? Is it every month you want to read a book and then what you just talk about the book? I have no idea. I've never been involved in a book club.
Definitely. And I've never been in a book club either. So that's kind of the funny thing. But essentially, I wanted the books to be inspiring at some level. They either teach people something or they have inspiring messages. And then in this group, we'd say that we focus more on how we can take these books and apply them to our lives. And so in our most recent book that we read, The Power of One, I mean, there's this point where the main character has to overcome a bully. And we kind of said, who's had to overcome a bully? Heard a really compelling story about how this one lady, her volleyball coach was a bully. And ultimately, I mean, it just kind of really gave her a struggle during high school. Ultimately, the whole team had to come together and overcome this coach that was just being so hard on these girls.
Now, you said this story here, now, the book club. What kind of books are we looking at? What kind of books are you having your participants read?
Just at some level, they have to be inspiring or have an educational or just teach people to be better. So like Chop Wood, Carry Water, that's a book that I had heard about from a couple patients that recommended it. And it's a book that Coach Matt Campbell up at Iowa State had all of his players read, I think before the 2017 season. And obviously that team has just done great
It did
things.
something.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, we want to, if I hear about a book, if multiple people are saying this book is great, this book club motivates me to actually pick it up and read it and actually learn from it.
Yeah, but Dr. David, let's take a look. Give me that book here for a second. Now, give me this one here. This is two different thicknesses of books here. You want me to read this one in a month, then you want me to come back and read this one in a month? How in the world, and this is an honest to goodness question.
With time to read a book?
An honest to goodness question. How in the world would people that are busy as we are today going to be able to sit down and open up a book and read something that's a level like this? How can that
Well, the main thing is you're not going to sit down. I mean, it's 2019, so we've got audiobooks. Yeah. So number one, Libby, you'd get this app from the library, and you might be able to get either of those books through the library for free. But also, otherwise, you just sign up for an Audible subscription. And then the great thing about the books is that you can choose the speed that works for your brain. So depending on who's the narrator of a book, I can put it at 1.75 on some. On some, that just sounds like the chipmunks to my brain, and I drop it down to 1.5. But this book was 22 hours, and I've listened to it at 1.5. So cut off, 5-6 hours there.
Wow, there you go.
But you still able to
smooth
retain
reading
the
speed.
message
Exactly,
that the book is supposed to try to transpose. So.
Exactly.
Talk about your group that you've kind of put together, and how many it's growing, and kind of where you reached out to get these people.
Sure. Yep. We have a Facebook group, and then the Meetup group. I wasn't familiar with Meetup very much, but you can just create a group on Meetup, and
it's fabulous.
it actively promotes your group to whoever you're trying to reach out to. And so we see new people sign up for the Meetup group every day, and then that invites them over to the Facebook group. But it has grown. The actual people on Meetup has grown quickly. Our actual meetings have been kind of in the 7 to 10 people range, which is actually pretty good for a book club because, again, I am trying to learn. I want to know people's stories, what these books mean to them, and so it's nice to be able to hear that.
And it's not what I find interesting is it's not, you're not just reading the books and then coming and talking about them, but there's also, it's action oriented.
Correct.
Each month and how it's benefiting. And do you have a couple more stories in regards to how it's helped some of the members and with goal setting and all of that?
Exactly. So one of the things that we decided to do is what's called penalty goals. And what I'd explain is that the typical person only has an actual accountability and a deadline in one area of their life. I mean, that's in their job. But you look at somebody like me, I actually own my business. So if I have an important project that needs to get done, and I don't get it done, I don't get in trouble by anybody. And so the idea, I learned about a penalty goal through this podcast that I listened to. But the idea is that you set a goal that you want to accomplish by the next month's meeting, and then you set a penalty that you have to do if you don't make it. So like one of our members, he's out doing RAGBRAI this week, and his goal was to ride 1,000 miles before our meeting on August 20th. And he said if he doesn't accomplish it, he has to buy the first round of drinks for everybody at the meeting.
Okay, so I'm sure everybody says, okay, yeah.
Okay. So that's kind of been the most common one, is I'll just buy the next round of drinks at the next meeting. You can have fun with it. You could make the penalty something that if you had to actually do it, it would be awful to you. So,
against what your morals are?
Exactly, yeah. So you might have seen that example. I mean, if somebody came to our group and they were a vegan and they said, if I don't accomplish this goal, I have to donate $100 to the NRA. It's like, they better be sure they're going to get that goal done. So yeah, and within the group, we've had some fun ones. One of the main ones that was really cool to see, this young lady came in, and she had a full-time job, but she was starting a side hustle. And so she said, I'm going to create this website for my side hustle business. If I don't get it done, then I have to give $100 to my sister-in-law that I don't really like very much. And so she didn't make it. She didn't make it to the next month meeting, but she wrote me a note. She said, I got it done.
Very nice. Now, if other people want to get involved with the group, is it something where you can commit? Just maybe I want to take part in it this month. This is all I have time for. What have you? Talk about that process and if it's open to other people to get involved with your group.
Exactly. I mean, anybody is welcome just to get on the Facebook group or join the meetup. I put out a question of the week every week.
Okay.
And so there's some ability just to interact there, and it's generally just what's your most inspiring book. I just ask people what's your favorite quote, and so you can interact on the Facebook group. But yeah, you're welcome to come to a meeting, and we'd love to have people keep coming back, but yeah, some people just come once, and that's been fine too.
Okay, great. Well, I think it's fabulous. You can just go and create, you're looking for something and create it for yourself and how it's benefiting everybody else because they're looking for something similar. So,
this penalty goal is interesting, and how that all works and how it really does apply and make you accomplish what you set out to accomplish.
Very much so.
Wonderful.
And you just showed Lou he can read a 22-hour book in an hour and a half.
And write 5 minutes, 5 hours off
He's
of it.
excited now.
Thank you
Dr.
so
David
much for coming
Crosey,
in.
thank you so much. Inspired Book and Brew.